Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Salango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Meteorologist Joe Ansel here with your latest forecast on a Friday. All the heavy rain, excessive rain, flooding, and flash flooding impacted northern areas in the northern panhandle yesterday. Up in Wheeling, you got 2.35 inches of rain officially yesterday, enough for a daily record. Now here in the short term today, tonight, and tomorrow, timing another cold front on Saturday too. Some southeastern areas of the state will be favored for potentially the locally higher amounts of rain. Find your spot on the map for today. Southeastern areas of the state, there's a marginal risk for some local excessive rain, so local flash flood potential today. In the eastern panhandle, you have the marginal risk that's Saturday night. Also, some slight chances of general thunderstorms today. Ahead of our cold front coming in from the northwest, marginal risk of isolated severe storm potential on Saturday into Saturday night, and then we'll have a little bit of a stretch, it looks like, of some drier weather after that. Again, still tapping into some moisture here. Be mindful of some slight chances of showers and storms. Fly Over forecast, it starts at home. Tampa 94 today, Chicago 81. Chicago, risk of some scattered severe weather out there today. So in northern areas, be weather aware after the recent very heavy rain. Keep eyes on any potential lingering flooded areas and any streams or rivers nearby too. Near 80 to 82, you're likely dry today. Panhandle spots to the east, near 80, some 70s in the high elevations. Chances of showers and storms. Near the foothills, mountains, southeastern third of the state generally will have the best chance of some showers and storms for today. Charleston, 85, likely dry. Some areas of dense fog too. Dense fog advisories, northern areas of the state. Slight chance of a storm in Charleston tonight, likely Saturday night, then dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In the long-term middle of next week, some slight chances of showers and storms, highs around 80.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
Made it to a Friday. We'll talk about the backyard brawl. Also, steam release, of course, coming up at 11:33. It's Metro News Talkline. We're underway.
Do not attempt to change the station. You are surrounded. We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency news bulletin. Repeat, this is an emergency bulletin. Keep your radio turned on.
From the studios of WVRC Media and the Metro News Radio and Television Network, the voice of West Virginia, comes the most powerful show in West Virginia. This is Metro News Talkline with Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows.
Check set lineup link. Activated Telos telephone. Switch network control from Charleston to Morgantown.
Stand by. Cue Dave and TJ. You're on. Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome into the program. Metro News Talkline, Encova Insurance Studios. Say good morning to all of our great radio affiliates across the state. We appreciate you letting us be part of your day. Also, if you're watching in, Metro News TV app, Facebook Live, YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Don't forget, download the app to your mobile device, smart TV, and get access to all the great Metro News TV programming that is available. Coming up, a couple of minutes from now, talk to Matt Harvey, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia. Major drug bust in a trafficking operation from, guess where, Detroit to West Virginia. David McKinley Jr. will join us bottom of the hour. Steam release coming up in hour number 2. Also check in on the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon going on today, benefiting WVU Medicine Children, Galisano's Children's, which, if you would like to help, go to WVMetroNews.com. The banner's right there, easy to do over at the website. 800-765-TALK, the phone number. 304-TALK, 304 is the text line. Say good morning once again, or for the first time today, to TJ Meadows. Morning, buddy.
Morning, buddy. Got plans for the weekend?
No. This is my last free weekend until forever. So,
yeah.
Actually, it's probably will involve mowing the yard at some point, which it seems that's all my weekends are. But, yeah, football season gets cranked up next weekend. So whatever last-second chores need to be done, whatever relaxing I can get in, that's the plan this weekend.
I've always wondered about you play-by-play guys. I mean, do you start practicing? Do you start turning the volume down on a game you're watching and just start calling it yourself just to get back in the swing? I mean, how does that work?
It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you know how to do it. Although prep has already started.
Yeah,
trying to get ahead so you're not overwhelmed in week 1 of high school, and then you add the college. The stuff we do for college football coming up in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. If you can get ahead, if you can kind of get ahead, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. So that's what's going on. I'll be doing some hardcore scouting tonight. Morgantown's got a scrimmage. Going to head over to Pony Lewis Field. I think just about all teams are scrimmaging tonight. It's the dress rehearsal tonight.
Sure.
Kind of get ready for opening week next week. Looking forward to it, though.
I think we're going to have some good games on the network, too, next week, right? I don't have the list in front of me. Maybe you do, but I know we're going to be covering it wall to wall. So. Oh
yeah, and Fred and Dave back for year 25 of high school game nights starting next week.
Amazing.
Looking forward to all of that. I'll get you some more details on what's coming up, including the SSAC Kickoff Classic. Did I throw too many S's in there that time? That's coming up actually less than a week from now. It'll be Clay Battelle and Cameron on the Metro News TV app. But all of that we'll get to steam release as well. Yesterday, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia, Matt Harvey, was in Morgantown announcing a drug trafficking and money laundering organization based in Detroit and operating in 5 states, including West Virginia, has been shut down after a lengthy investigation. 28 people are facing 114 charges. 26 of those 28 people are now in custody. Joining us on MetroNews Talkline is the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia, Matt Harvey. Matt, good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Dave. And on a lighter note, I'm hearing that there's a moratorium on honeydew lists starting next weekend. The garage is not clean this weekend. It's just going to have to tell all the wives will have to wait till the spring.
I think I've seen that executive order. I'm all for it. You got my support.
Yeah, well, and good morning, TJ, as well. A significant operation that we really appreciate all the coverage that we're getting on it, because it's important that we send out a message that West Virginia is closed to drug trafficking business. This is certainly not the biggest, unfortunately, this is not the biggest drug bust that we've had in the Northern District, but it's significant in its size and its scope. And really, to me, what I would hope to be the message going out from this district is that it doesn't matter if you think you're safe in Detroit or Mississippi or Ohio and you're pushing poison into West Virginia. Under this new structure, the Homeland Security Task Force, we're more empowered than ever to come find you and bring you to justice.
So, Matt, great work by you and the task force, and I agree. We need to send the message, especially to Detroit, Columbus, all the areas that tend to want to bring this into our state. I was reading the story here, and before we get into many of the details, one thing that kind of shocked me, and frankly is kind of from the dumb crooks file, unless I'm missing something, why would you use cash apps? That would seem relatively easy to track. So, hey, if they want to be dumb, great. But I found that surprising. Is that common?
It's becoming more common. Obviously, Cash App, Venmo, other services like that remove a barrier. There's less of a chance of interception during interdiction patrols. If you're driving up I-79 or I-77 and you get pulled over and you have a large amount of cash. Cash with drugs has always been used as evidence of intent to distribute. So it does provide a trail, but what are their other options? Like if they get caught with drugs and a large amount of cash, okay, but if they have it and it's instantaneous and maybe it's more secure, there's less chances of the money going missing or being, again, intercepted by some sort of law enforcement authority. They just have to take a calculated risk. So it's not going to be the last time that we see this, for sure.
U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia, Matt Harvey. Matt, authorities had been building a case for about 2 years investigating this. What was the trigger that now was the right time to move forward?
Well, we're getting in beyond a little bit. We're getting past what's contained in the indictment. We're getting into a little bit of the strategy and some of the evidence. And I did forget to mention that these are allegations and that all 28 of these defendants deserve the presumption of innocence, and require us to go to court and back up what we're saying they've done.
When we talk about the charges here, I'm reading Mike Nolting's story at the website. So this wasn't just drug trafficking. This was also, it appears to be money laundering, at least the organization. That's what they do, based in Detroit. So was money laundering also involved in the indictment here?
Yeah, and that was kind of one of the eye openers about this case was, $21,000 in cash is a lot of money, but it's also not a lot of money. But when you peel behind or look behind the curtain and you see what was used, what Cash App, Venmo, and those types of services were being used, the amount of money that was moved in this operation during this 2-year period of time that we've been able to identify is over $620,000.
Matt, are there any international connections involved in this operation?
Not at this time. There doesn't appear to be, except that, there's always this unsaid or unproved element that these drugs had to have gotten here somehow. They more than likely were not produced in Detroit. They had to have gotten to Detroit from somewhere, and so that's another issue that we're always working on. And we do see that in some of our cases, but a lot of them we're not able to get to that level. Those are more prevalent on the border districts.
28 people face 114 charges, 26 of those now in custody, according to Mike Nolting's story. When I look at the list of folks here, it's a broad range of age. You also see, obviously, folks from Michigan charged. You also see folks in West Virginia. To the extent you can, without jeopardizing the investigation or your case, do many of these people, do they move here from West Virginia, or do these folks come here and find willing participants that already lived in West Virginia? What does the layout of the organization look like in terms of who participates?
Well, let me just speak in generalities on that topic. It's both. The people in West Virginia know that they can get drugs readily and at a cheaper price in Detroit, so they will go to these source cities. And of course, it's different here in the Eastern Panhandle. People drive up to Baltimore daily, and people can drive to Columbus, Ohio, as well, or Pittsburgh. But they go there because they know that there's a huge supply. They can get it at a lower cost, and they can bring it back. And then conversely, you have people in Detroit and these other source cities that they think that this is a soft district and that there's a demand for it here, so they're going to make a point to send it down here.
That was going to be my next question, Matt, was how do the traffickers view West Virginia? Not a week goes by here locally that we don't report on a Detroit man. It's actually become kind of a joke, unfortunately, a Detroit man arrested or a Detroit man involved in. Like I said, not a week goes by in Morgantown we don't report on that, and it sounds like they see us as a very easy market or target.
I agree with that, and that one of the emphasis of this story is to try to get the word back to Detroit that it might not seem like a big amount of drugs to you, but it's lethal. It's killing our population, and it's putting poison into our communities and affecting the future of our children. And we're going to do everything we can to stop any amount that comes through. I can't speak to how the court system is in Michigan and specifically Detroit, if it's kind of just a revolving door, they go in, they get charged with something, and they come out and they think, well, that's just how it's going to be down in West Virginia. Maybe they don't have the resources. Maybe they have a lax court system. I want them to know, and this is we're making an effort to push this messaging out into Detroit and our other source cities. Hey, this is the wrong district to do it in. We take any amount seriously. Our local partners are also on board with this. Your state prosecutors, they're attending the press conferences because they're involved. Our local, our university police in Morgantown, and the sheriffs, they're all on board. We're all working together, and we just want to put a wall around West Virginia when it comes to drug traffickers.
You've got indictment. Tell us about the next steps. When do you plan to reach arraignment and trial?
I don't have that in front of me right now. I'm sorry, but it will be. I think they start hitting the courts next week or soon.
Matt, before we let you go, what level of cooperation, or can you describe the level of cooperation an operation like this takes between federal authorities, local and state authorities to make all this come together?
It's unbelievable. It takes a lot. Just that's the short answer. And I've been doing this 20 years, and I've never ceased to be in amazement and just honored to be a part of a team, even a small part, just to be able to tell their story. They spend countless hours listening. I'm just talking about in general cases, listening to wires, reviewing financial documents, good old-fashioned police work, pounding the streets, developing information that can become actionable. I don't have a number of how many man-hours go into an operation like this, but it's staggering, and they do it. And a lot of the people that I get to stand here and beat my chest and say, look how good everybody's doing, but the people that they're putting in those thousands of hours of work, they're behind the scenes. They're undercover agents. They're the rank and file that really, 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 without them, this result could never occur in any of these cases. And it's just amazing, just the heart of these public servants to keep their communities safe here and in Detroit as well. Just it makes you feel it's unfortunate, but you see there is a silver lining of good, that there are a lot of people that care and are working around the clock to keep us safe.
Matt, were flock cameras or ALPRs used in this investigation?
I don't know. But I have participated in many cases for years where LPRs have been utilized.
Matt Harvey, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia. You can read details about the bust over at the website wvmetronews.com. Matt, congratulations. Good job. Our best to all the law enforcement involved, and keep it up. Keep us posted.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Matt Harvey, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia. Take a break. Come back. We'll check in on the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon. We'll do that next.
Picture a community where every space tells a story. Those are the communities we're designing at ZLM Architects and Engineers. With a blend of creativity and technical expertise, we design spaces that inspire, innovate, and ignite change. From cutting-edge educational facilities to community-centric gathering spaces, we're committed to improving lives through design. Let us help you shape a brighter future for generations to come. Because at ZLM, it's more than architecture. It's about building your legacy.
It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon this Thursday and Friday, raising money to support the incredible care provided by WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. From life-saving treatments to the little comforts that help make a child's stay a little easier. Your donation helps keep those programs going. Now, you can text the word WVU Kids to 34984 for a link to donate via credit or debit, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Venmo. It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon supporting WVU Medicine Golisano Children's this Thursday and Friday.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Football season begins right here on Metro News Television. Join us Thursday, August 27th for the 2026 WVSSAC kickoff game. Presented by the Army National Guard. The Cameron Dragons battle the Clay Battelle Seabees live from Blacksville. Don't miss the first kickoff of the new season, the 2026 WVSSAC kickoff game, Thursday, August 27th at 7 p.m. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. Powered by GoMart, only on Metro News Television.
On the next State of Minds.
I was in liver failure, and I was told I needed to quit drinking or I was going to die, and that was at 36. When he invited me to church, all the hair on my arms, my chest, my back, it all stood up. You're taught to love, you're taught to forgive, and there's a reason for that. It lets you be healthy and lets you move forward with a vision for your life that's not defined by what happened to you.
I think many people have a misconception that all that we do is infertility care, and that's not the case. Reproductive health matters whether or not you're trying to conceive. So we can be dealing with endometriosis, ovulation dysfunction, PCOS. You're getting linked up with all the specialties that you need to optimize your care. And being an advocate for your reproductive health is important. The most rewarding times that I have is when I'm empowering people to take control of their health.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. We've discounted over 100 pre-owned vehicles this month, most of which are local one-owner trades. Great deals on all our Toyota trucks, and with over 90 in stock, now is the time to get yours. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for all the support over 23 years. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
The WVRC Media, that's our parent company, Cares for Kids Radiothon continues today, supporting WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. You can help very easily. We make this easy. Go to WVMetroNews.com, click the banner, and you can support the work going on at WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. Joining us is Jim Littrell. He's National Media Director for the Children's Miracle Network. Jim, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me on, Dave and TJ. We are so excited to have the radio stations and Metro News, all the WVRC properties supporting this amazing hospital that is located in Morgantown, West Virginia, right across from the beautiful football stadium of the Mountaineers. And I just can't thank you enough. And you promote having your listeners send you pictures of what's going on in the community, and I just want to give you all a picture of what's going on right now at this hospital. One, we're raising money for this hospital, and why? Because it's a not-for-profit hospital. There is no child ever turned away, regardless of their ability to pay at this hospital, and they can only say that because people donate. And right now, Dave and TJ, there are 131 children, that are in this hospital right now receiving treatment for everything from a broken bone and an accident to cancer, to cardiac issues, to babies that have born too premature, meaning early. In fact, right now, are you ready for this picture to put in your minds? The smallest baby right now in the neonatal intensive care unit at this hospital is just 1 pound, 6 ounces. That's how much that baby weighs. I don't know if you're drinking a can of pop or soda or whatever you're drinking and how many ounces that is. Think about that and the size of that baby. And this hospital never turns a child away. And so 180,000 kids last year needed this hospital from all, and I know we're on Metro News all over the state. I know the hospital's in Morgantown, West Virginia, but it treats kids from all over West Virginia. Last year, 180,000 kids were treated and needed this hospital. And so that's why we're doing this event. It goes until 6 o'clock tonight, and we're trying to get as much money raised. And I know, Dave and TJ, the flooding that has gone on recently and now is still going on is a big issue. And the whole world, issue of the price of gas and everything else going on. But just think about these kids that are your neighbors, that this is local. All the money raised stays right here in West Virginia. It helps out your kids because they need it. And so that's what we're doing here today. Your listeners can, like you said, go to your banner on your website, or they can just simply text. If you got your cell phone out, you can just text the words WVU Kids, all one word, to 34984. That's WVU Kids to 34984. You're going to get a link back. You can donate however much you want. And you can do it by Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo, carrier pigeon. You can do it however you like. And it's all tax deductible. So we're trying to get as many people to donate today as possible.
It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon benefiting WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. And as Jim said, you can text WVU Kids to 34984 or go to WVMetroNews.com. The banner's right there at the top of the homepage. It'll take you to where you can support the work going on at the Children's Hospital in Morgantown. Jim, we appreciate the update and hope it's a busy day this afternoon.
We do too, and thank you again so much. And just last thing I'll tell you and your listeners, going into the weekend, it's payday for many people, but when you give to your local children's hospital like here at WVU Medicine Golisano Children's Hospital, it's going to make you feel like a superhero. It literally will.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 10:30. Let's get a news update. Check in with the Metro News Radio Network. Find out what's happening across the great state of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Solango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Meteorologist Joey Insel here with your latest forecast on a Friday. All the heavy rain, excessive rain, flooding and flash flooding impacted northern areas in the northern panhandle yesterday. Up in Wheeling, you got 2.35 inches of rain officially yesterday, enough for a daily record. Now here in the short term today, tonight, and tomorrow, timing another cold front on Saturday too. Some southeastern areas of the state will be favored for potentially the locally higher amounts of rain. Find your spot on the map for today. Southeastern areas of the state, there's a marginal risk for some local excessive rain, so local flash flood potential today. In the eastern panhandle, you have the marginal risk that's Saturday night. Also, some slight chances of general thunderstorms today. Head of our cold front coming in from the northwest, marginal risk of isolated severe storm potential on Saturday into Saturday night, and then we'll have a little bit of a stretch, it looks like, of some drier weather after that. Again, still tapping into some moisture here. Be mindful of some slight chances of showers and storms. Fly over forecast, it starts at home. Tampa 94 today, Chicago 81. Chicago, risk of some scattered severe weather out there today. So in northern areas, be weather aware after the recent very heavy rain. Keep eyes on any potential lingering flooded areas and any streams or rivers nearby too. Near 80 to 82, you're likely dry today. Panhandle spots to the east, near 80, some 70s in the high elevations. Chances of showers and storms. Near the foothills, mountains, southeastern third of the state generally will have the best chance of some showers and storms for today. Charleston, 85, likely dry. Some areas of dense fog too. Dense fog advisories, northern areas of the state. Slight chance of a storm in Charleston tonight, likely Saturday night, then dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In the long-term middle of next week, some slight chances of showers and storms, highs around 80.
This is Ben Solango with Solango Law. Solango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Solango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Solango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at solangolaw.com.
On the next State of Minds.
I was in liver failure, and I was told I needed to quit drinking or I was going to die, and that was at 36. When he invited me to church, all the hair on my arms, my chest, my back, it all stood up. You're taught to love, you're taught to forgive, and there's a reason for that. It lets you be healthy and lets you move forward with a vision for your life that's not defined by what happened to you.
304 Talk 304, that's the text line. You can always call us 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. He finally confirmed Chris Stirewalt at 11:06 this morning. We'll pick his brain about what's happening inside the Beltway.
He finally confirmed.
Well, listen, hey, I had relievers up in the bullpen just in case. Which, you know.
Who is he, Madonna?
He's a busy guy. I get it. I understand.
Is a busy guy. He's a big deal.
I didn't want to promote it if he wasn't going to be here.
I understand.
But
I'm just having a little fun.
He says, aye, Captain, and will be joining us at 11:06 per our usual Friday conversation.
You need to tell him one eye is sufficient acknowledgement.
Earlier this week, in fact, maybe late last week, there was an op-ed that has been published. David H. McKinley. He says, last month, CNBC released its 2026 rankings of America's top states for business. Ohio finished first, the culmination of a two-decade climb from 30th place when the study began. West Virginia, 46th. He goes on to say, we are losing the backyard brawl. Joining us on MetroNews Talkline this morning is the founder of Mountaineer Freedom Alliance, Wheeling native, David McKinley Jr. David, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here. We've gone down this road before, but it seems like the conversation remains the same, David, whether it's been a year ago, 6 months ago, or here we are today. The states around us are moving forward, and we're either standing still or maybe losing ground.
We're losing ground. It's unfortunate. I'm an eighth generation West Virginian. I'm committed to the state. I have business operations around the state as well as in other states, but I continue to want this to be headquarters and the base of operations. It's challenging, and honestly, I look back. It's not always been like this. Just yesterday, thinking about this upcoming interview, I thought a little bit about recent years. I want to say that 2022 may have been the last really big year for economic development in West Virginia, where I think, Nucor's steel was announced, the plant in Mason County, Form Energy was announced in Hancock County. Why are we losing our edge? I feel like we have a lot of ways to compete, but cost of living can't be the only one. How do we create an economic environment in which people want to locate here or expand their businesses here? It's pretty frustrating.
So, David, Ohio is ranked number one, and let's be clear, this is CNBC, so we're not talking about some, no-name, has a Facebook page for 2 months kind of ranking organization here. We're talking about something that is ubiquitous on Wall Street, CNBC. Everybody has it on, so they've got some weight. Why, and see if you agree with me, I've had some experience. I've deployed capital in Ohio. I've deployed capital in West Virginia. It is 100 times easier to deploy capital in Ohio. I don't get taxed on equipment that I may or may not make money on. I mean, what are we doing wrong here? How do we, I mean, it's a huge chasm. How do we at least start to narrow it?
Not the least of which, among the many factors we can talk about, is workforce participation. We're at 53%. If somebody wants to locate here, they've got to know that they have a workforce they can rely on. We have the lowest rate in the country, and it's been like this for a long time. And I for 10 years now, have been working with John Deskins on these economic outlook conferences, and that's a consistent theme. We're thinking about ways of trying to overcome that. How do we make sure that people that want to locate here have a workforce that is educated, that is drug-free, that is trained, that is willing and interested in working? I've grown up believing that we have a strong work ethic.
David McKinley Jr. joining us here on Metro News Talkline. All right, David, let's say we get people to work. That's a societal thing. That's a cultural thing. Is there anything we can do to promote that behavior? I mean, can we change people's behavior from a legislative standpoint, from a talking standpoint? How do you even begin to address that?
I think there are plentiful ways. One that we have observed, and I'm not sure this is something that could be legislated, but is it something that we can encourage? Childcare. for those single income families, if they're stay-at-home parents, is there a way that we can help encourage greater childcare to allow that second parent to go into the workforce? Of course, continued education through our K through 12, CTE, 4-year programs, training programs. I actually thought last session, it was this year, I thought that we might be heading in a good direction with Roger Hanshaw's program. What did he call it? Jobs
Teams
for
West Virginia.
Well, the overall agenda for the House session was jobs first, opportunity everywhere. And I thought that was great, because we would have addressed lots of issues. One of the specific things that got raised was, as you said, Team West Virginia. And if I remember right, TEAM is an acronym: Training, Education, and Merit, an economic development program. And it got nowhere. This was designed to be a non-political effort to encourage economic development, workforce participation, et cetera. How could we essentially compete with the Jobs Ohio equivalent right across the river? Obviously didn't go anywhere. I don't know if that's the kind of thing that we can revisit in this 27 session.
So some of the metrics I've seen, we've lost jobs in 12 months. As you point out here, we were 40th last year on this CNBC list. We've now gone to 46th. You note the backyard brawl. That's a hallmark of the governor and his administration. He talks about fundamentals. He talks about water and sewer, all good things. But if we're dropping our fundamentals the wrong place, I mean, are we not focused on what we need to be focused here, and how much of this should be laid at the feet of the governor?
I'm not ready to turn there yet. Let me share some thoughts about what we did. So I think back to the primary election back in May. My efforts through the Mountaineer Freedom Alliance, we met with Speaker Hanshaw, and he said, "Listen, the House, we're in pretty good shape. Please focus on the Senate. Let's see if we can't bring about a more jobs-focused Senate, a team of legislators." And we raised and spent nearly $1 million, which typically would have been more than enough to elect the kind of legislators that West Virginians are clamoring for. They want the biggest issues. You poll West Virginians: the economy and reducing cost of living, affordability. These are the two most significant issues over and over again. And we, for lack of better words, ran a slate of candidates and raised plenty of money to get them elected. And out-of-state influences spent like 3 or 4 times as much supporting alternative candidates with different focuses, and frankly, often social issues rather than economic. It astounds me is where there are these out-of-state influences that are, for all practical purposes, thwarting our efforts to grow the economy, create a better environment. I know that there are people that have associated those efforts with Patrick Morrisey. I want to believe that he is as focused on the economy and jobs as I and others are. I say consistently that I'm working to make sure that he has the best, the most jobs-focused legislature to work with. I sure hope that's the case. But frankly, TJ, if the Republican Party, and my Mountaineer Freedom Alliance is not associated with the party, but we are conservatives and we are focused on jobs. If the Republican Party begins to lose the degree of majority, if we lose seats this fall, I think that is a clear sign to candidates and people that are supporting candidates that we need to revisit our priorities. There's a loss of confidence in the direction that we're headed. But it's not too late.
David McKinley Jr. joining us, founder of Mountaineer Freedom Alliance. David, we're West Virginia. We don't wait around on the government for anything. Floods happen, guys get out with their chainsaws and tractors, they open the roads, they help their neighbors. Where I'm going with this is, what can small business owners like you, what can small business owners who are here in West Virginia, who are investing in the economy, investing in the workforce, what can they do without the government's involvement right now?
Well, I was with you right until you said without the government's involvement. Let me take a crack at answering the question that I would. Sure.
Leave the end of the question off, then we'll get there later. But
I believe that it is time for West Virginia business people, owners, executives, for that matter, employees, to get more involved in the political process. We cannot allow out-of-state influences that have very different interests and concerns than we do to influence our candidates and elections. I think we need to get much more involved, whether it's through the West Virginia State Chambers PAC or supporting organizations like Mountaineer Freedom Alliance. Like, how do we organize our efforts and support candidates that are clearly focused on the economy and jobs? Because we have to be more competitive against these out-of-state influences. I believe we can elect the good candidates that are focused on the economy and jobs. We just have to outspend other influences.
I've often surmised that one of the reasons it's easy to focus on the social issues is just that. Those are easy compared to growing a business, growing workforce participation rate. Do you buy into that hypothesis?
Yes. I mean, we are living in an environment where people are influenced by, what is it, 144 characters in a Twitter or X post. It's headlines, and it's unfortunate. They are divisive and polarizing and not very informative. People need to be willing to dig a little deeper to better understand these issues and the consequences. It does require effort.
David McKinley Jr. joining us. He's got the op-ed. It was published last week. Founder of Mountaineer Freedom Alliance. We've got these states around us. We talked about Ohio, Pennsylvania. We've seen what they are doing. Virginia, obviously, has the data center capital of the world over there in Loudoun County. We've got to do something, don't we, David, to keep up with just the states that are around us. Looking for this, they're looking for the same businesses, the same type workforce we're looking for, aren't they?
I believe so. Ohio, for example, you just mentioned data centers in Virginia, and the reality is I believe Ohio has gone kind of all in on technology too, from the semiconductor plant, the Intel plant in the Columbus area to I believe they've also been advocating for data centers around the state. These are clearly driving the economy, whether it's technology or another industry. I would love to see us grow and diversify our economy. It does not have to be technology. I mean, the reality is we have plentiful energy resources. Let's focus on natural gas for a moment. For years, we've been speaking about this in the Upper Ohio Valley, the potential for an ethane cracker. One was built in Monaca, PA, just about an hour northeast of where I'm sitting. These are the kind of meaningful job-creating manufacturing investments that could have a big impact on West Virginia. Not just the people that are employed in that plant, but all the downstream manufacturing, that the people that want to and need to locate right near the plants. It's not quite the same with a data center. I'm not sure there are advantages to being nearby, but these manufacturing jobs could be significant. And I'd love to see more of that. Not sure what's holding it up.
There seems to be, not everywhere, because I would argue that the data center project in Putnam County, I mean, there are some naysayers, but there are also a heck of a lot of supporters. And, Buffalo has had Toyota for some time, and I think that's been a driver to change mentalities in Putnam County to want to see these kinds of investments. But I see it on the text line here every day. For whatever reason, it has become popular in this state and country to vilify big business, those that actually have capital for these kinds of projects that can build more natural gas plants in this state, could build data centers in this state. And we hear a lot about, well, we don't want to ruin West Virginia with those. And we don't even take the time to understand what these investments would really mean. Do we fix that with more education, and particularly with our children, to create a society here in the state, a culture that is more business friendly?
Yes. It's a much more complex answer, but yes, of course, we need to the average, how do I say this? But maybe this is the most important point of all, is we need to accept that there's a vocal minority and the majority that is quiet. The silent majority, so to speak, has a real desire to see our economy and jobs. But a vocal minority seems to dominate, and it's a real shame. And this is not new. It's been like this forever.
Yeah.
And we just have to figure out a way to muster the confidence to elect the type of people that are going to act and be able to overcome this vocal minority and do what is in the interest of our citizens, those that elected them, create the types of jobs that will attract and retain our very best people. It's challenging. We need people that are willing to do it. And frankly, I did a quick review of the 134 members of the House and Senate, and if I had to guess, there are probably fewer than 10 that have meaningful business interests. They own businesses, and I think that's down from maybe dozens in years past, call it 10, 15 years ago. Are we sending the right people that truly appreciate and understand what it is to own and invest in companies and create employment? We might not.
He's David H. McKinley, founder of the Mountaineer Freedom Alliance. David, always appreciate the perspective. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I hope these topics will be big at the West Virginia Business Summit.
Where we'll be there, by the way, a couple of weeks from now down at the Greenbrier. David, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you again real soon. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. Back in a moment.
Are you ready to reach the finish line of retirement? At the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group, we provide comprehensive guidance for retirement planning in West Virginia. With years of experience, we'll draft a plan tailored for your unique goals. Whether you're just starting or nearing retirement, we make the process as simple as possible, easy, and stress-free. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike to set up a complimentary consultation and get started on your plan today. Let's work toward your dream retirement together.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
It's good to have options for your family or employees. Rooted in your community since 1979, the health plan is your trusted partner. Get flexible coverage, exceptional support, and competitive rates.
The health plan. We are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. Thank you for 23 years, Dan Kappa, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
A lot of patients come here without much hope, and I think we can give them hope.
We offer a full spectrum of interventions suitable for every kind of person that walks through our door. We do absolutely everything we can to help you achieve your family building goals.
We're panhandle cleaning and restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're panhandle cleaning and restoration, and we're gonna save you.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably Mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Touchdown!
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Jackpots are growing in West Virginia. Jackpots are on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 5 chances a week to get in on life-changing jackpots. Play in-store and online. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. The Powerball jackpot is $68 million. Mega Millions jackpot is $113 million, so go ahead, play today. Went a little long. We'll get to some text before the top of the hour. Got to take a break. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
Approach your retirement with confidence. With over 150 years of combined experience, the advisors of the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group provide advice and wealth management strategies to individuals, families, small businesses, professional offices, and institutions. With the Stike team, you'll have access to an advising team with extensive resources, a client-first mindset, and a passion for helping transform the lives of those we serve. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike today and join the team that's dedicated to your success.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
At Daniel's Men's Store, exceptional style begins with a curated selection and finishes with a flawless fit. When it's time to buy a suit, Daniel's is here to make sure yours is one of a kind. Discovered tailored suits you'll only find in store at Daniel's.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer golf coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. We've discounted over 100 pre-owned vehicles this month, most of which are local one-owner trades. Great deals on all our Toyota trucks, and with over 90 in stock, now is the time to get yours. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for all the support over 23 years. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
I think many people have a misconception that all that we do is infertility care, and that's not the case. Reproductive health matters whether or not you're trying to conceive. So we can be dealing with endometriosis, ovulation dysfunction, PCOS. You're getting linked up with all the specialties that you need to optimize your care. And being an advocate for your reproductive health is important. The most rewarding times that I have is when I'm empowering people to take control of their health.
.304 Talk 304. A couple of texts before we hit the top of the hour. Guys, do we have a workforce participation problem, or are there just way too few jobs to apply for? Two things can be true at the same time. We can need more jobs. We need to grow the economy, but also, TJ, to a man, when you talk to small business owners, how many of them say, boy, I got way too many applicants for these openings. I gotta deny people. I do not hear that from anybody that I speak to.
Yeah, I was talking to a business owner yesterday. He's running at about 75% in terms of his full-time employment compared to where he would like to be. And he can't, he's offering bonuses. He can't get there. Can't get it up over that. So, yeah, look, two things can be true. Upward mobility is good. New investment that pays a higher wage and a higher class of job is good. But I think workforce participation is a greater problem than availability of jobs based on what I hear from the market.
Texter says, ha! That was telling. He wants government to run business and support it. Government should not be picking winners and losers. West Virginia spent over $4 billion on these big corporations to attract them here and get government out of the way. I know David McKinley Jr. well enough to know he does not want government running business. He does want government to help what's the word I'm looking for? Accommodate it? Maybe that's not the right word. Encourage growth, TJ?
Make it easier?
Yeah.
Incentivize it? Absolutely.
Incentivize. That was the word I was struggling to find.
Gotcha, brother.
All right. Chris Stirewalt is going to join us. We'll find out what's making him itch inside the Beltway. There's any number of things that can do that to you. And, of course, Steam Release is coming up at 11:33 this morning. Your chance to vent before the weekend. 800-765-TALK and 304-TALK-304. Come on back. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Solango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Meteorologist Joey Ansel here with your latest forecast on a Friday. All the heavy rain, excessive rain, flooding and flash flooding impacted northern areas in the northern panhandle yesterday. Up in Wheeling, you got 2.35 inches of rain officially yesterday, enough for a daily record. Now here in the short term today, tonight, and tomorrow, timing another cold front on Saturday too. Some southeastern areas of the state will be favored for potentially the locally higher amounts of rain. Find your spot on the map for today. Southeastern areas of the state, there's a marginal risk for some local excessive rain, so local flash flood potential today. In the eastern panhandle, you have the marginal risk that's Saturday night. Also, some slight chances of general thunderstorms today. Ahead of our cold front coming in from the northwest, marginal risk of isolated severe storm potential on Saturday into Saturday night, and then we'll have a little bit of a stretch, it looks like, of some drier weather after that. Again, still tapping into some moisture here. Be mindful of some slight chances of showers and storms. Fly see over forecast. It starts at home. Tampa 94 today, Chicago 81. Chicago, risk of some scattered severe weather out there today. So in northern areas, be weather aware after the recent very heavy rain. Keep eyes on any potential lingering flooded areas and any streams or rivers nearby too. Near 80 to 82, you're likely dry today. Panhandle spots to the east, near 80, some 70s in the high elevations. Chances of showers and storms. Near the foothills, mountains, southeastern third of the state generally will have the best chance of some showers and storms for today. Charleston, 85, likely dry. Some areas of dense fog too. Dense fog advisories, northern areas of the state. Slight chance of a storm in Charleston tonight, likely Saturday night, then dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In the long-term middle of next week, some slight chances of showers and storms, highs around 80.
This is Ben Solango with Solango Law. Solango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Solango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Solango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at solangolaw.com.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Second hour, MetroNews Talkline. Made it to a Friday steam release at the bottom of the hour. Say good morning once again to all of our great radio affiliates across the state. We appreciate you listening in today. Also, if you're watching in on the MetroNews TV app, Facebook Live, and YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Don't forget, download the MetroNews TV app. Get access to all of our MetroNews TV programming, including high school football next week. Football kicks off with the SSAC Kickoff Classic presented by the Army National Guard. You can watch that game on the MetroNews TV app next Thursday. It's next Thursday, by the way. Cameron versus Clay Battelle. Download the MetroNews TV app now to your mobile device and smart TV. Steam release, bottom of the hour, 800-765-TALK and 304-TALK-304. That's the phone number. That's the text line, and he is TJ Meadows in the Charleston and Cove Insurance Studios. Morning.
Morning. I'm watching News Nation. Melania Trump, our first lady. I think it's B-roll, but she's speaking. I would much rather listen to her than I would Donald Trump. I mean, no contest. No contest. Just saying. Easier to listen to. You know, not all these wild comments. A little class.
I will admit I was scrolling through the social medias during the break.
Yeah.
Do you know what Joe Manchin's up to today?
No, where's he at?
He's in D.C. and was doing laps in the IndyCar.
Oh, yeah, the Freedom 250 coming up. Yeah.
Now, he wasn't driving. He was a passenger. It was a two-seater.
Sure.
He was taking hot laps this morning.
Stirewalt's going to be driving on Sunday, I'm willing to bet.
Well, let's find out. He joins us on MetroNews Talkline this morning. Morning, Chris.
Well, I wish I could tell you how much I hate this race. I wish that I could.
I bet it's a nightmare for you all.
It's a nightmare. It's wasteful. In a country with a $40 trillion debt and a government that can't do anything, literally taking victory laps right now. They can't flush the toilets on the boats. And I just feel like this has a real, there's a lot of Marie Antoinetteism going on in Washington these days, but this one feels particularly egregious. This feels like a talk about being out of touch.
Man, I was looking forward to watching the race this weekend. You kind of.
I hope you do. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's great. But this is my frustration. These debt numbers, the debt and deficit numbers, and what's going on with our military. We're canceling the exercises with South Korea, where it's just I feel like Don Nealon after a pit loss. I'm in a full concernate mode. I'm in a full I want to just throw my high peaked cap on the ground and stomp on it.
I can't do more on the debt, Chris. I mean, I nearly had an aneurysm with Hoppy yesterday. I think if you know me at all, you know how I feel about the situation. It's just like as if we are putting the gun to our head. We're playing Russian roulette, and will it be 40 trillion, 42, 43? What number do we eventually hit? And soon that one day we offer treasuries into the market to refinance or to pay that $1 trillion a year interest we have, and someone just says, at that rate, you're nuts. See ya.
Well,
and it all comes toppling down.
We're already paying 5%, and the amount of money that we're spending to service the debt is greater than the amount of money that we are spending on our national defense. And that's a threshold line that has been the hallmark of profound decline in great civilizations.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter which party you elect. It doesn't matter what you do, because there is we hear people talk about like the uniparty and the whatever and all of those things. I will tell you the point of uniparty agreement, which is crushing our grandchildren with debt, has been treated as not exactly what it is, which is a moral quagmire. Has been a massive failure, has been the reckless abuse of the people of the United States. And I'm all for, as you know, celebrating the semi-quincentennial and talking about the great things that America has done. But I got to say that
I want to make sure I get my Social Security. I want to make sure I'm getting my Medicaid. Hey, I got my other problems. People just... They don't pay attention. I don't want to say they don't pay attention in a negative way, Chris, but they got other things on their mind than the national debt.
Democracy, two cheers for democracy. Democracy is, as Winston Churchill said, better than any other system. Democracy is the worst system of government other than every other that has been tried. But you need to balance. California is a basket case for a lot of reasons. But one of the main reasons California is a basket case is they have tons of direct democracy, so the people get to decide. So this year they're going to get to decide whether they have a billionaire tax, whether they levy a 5% tax on every fortune worth $1 billion or more in California. That sounds great. People love that. What are the implications of that for a state on which spending in California has gone up 250% this century? There's no accountability. The electorate is not accountable for its own decisions. Politicians are accountable for their decisions. And yes, obviously what people want are low taxes and high spending. That's what people want. And for a long time, we had a debate in this country between a party that said taxes needed to be higher and another party that said spending needed to be lower. And then they would have to fight over hammering out how much more taxes might go up and how much spending might go down to try to get to a point that was more sane. But they've both understood something now, which is just give everybody what they want all of the time. And we'll just keep riding it until we start canceling military exercises and are the distance from where we are now, which is spending more to service our debt than to defend our country, to somebody calling our bluff. I think that the anxiety I think we are not sufficiently engaged with the anxiety around the misadventure of Iran and what we're currently showing the world. And what we're currently showing the world is you can wait us out. We don't have the resources. We're spread too thin. We can't figure out how to do it. And other people are going to try their luck, right? Other people are going to try their luck and they're going to push on us. And the Chinese are most certainly watching a government that is spending its time watching race cars go around in a circle while not being able to conduct the military drills with South Korea that are supposed to be a deterrent to China. The whole point of North Korea is just a proxy for China. They're a client state to China. And if we are saying, look, the deterrence thing is, I'll shut up by saying this. The decision by Republicans in Congress to punt funding the Iran war until after the midterms. Come on. Grow up. The president committed to a war. Congress could have stopped him. There were many resolutions passed and ultimately put to the side. Well, we're here now. And the credibility of the United States is on the line. But it's politically inconvenient for Republicans to vote for an unpopular war. So you know what they did? They left town. And when they come back after the election, they will paper it over with some $1 trillion boondoggle spending package, fiscally irresponsible boondoggle spending package that they will put through in the lame duck. And they'll say, it'll be somebody else's problem. Well, the game of musical chairs ends eventually, and that's what they're doing. I'm sorry I'm so just ripped today. I'm sorry I'm so Don Nealon-esque today, but it's got me mad. As Skinny Blanket Chip would say, it makes me want to throw my fruit cup at the television.
Well, you should be mad. We should all be mad. And it's going to sound, I don't know, naive. I don't know what to do at this point other than just pray that something happens and people wise up of what we're heading to.
The pain is here already. So when you think about those ships without appropriate supply, when you think about those canceled military, we're living it, right? And the problem is, it's boiling frogs. It's not one day everything's good and the next day everything's bad. It is that over time, profligate, reckless, irresponsible, selfish, politically motivated deficit spending. It doesn't happen. It doesn't go from yes to no. We have inflated our currency. We have distorted our priorities. We have done all of those things, and we do it a little bit at a time. And when you get to the end, it isn't a crisis that occurs that make people change their mind. They just say, oh, well, I guess we cooked all those frogs. It happened so slowly, I didn't even know we were doing it.
Chris Stirewalt is joining us. Never did give him the official introduction. Editor for The Hill and News Nation, host of The Hill Sunday on News Nation, and CW Senior Fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, author of books on politics and media, and motivational speaker for hire, by the way.
I'm just fun. That's the thing about me. I'm just fun. Fun.
Is it the traffic that's got you cranky? Is it the traffic because of the race, and then it just all snowballed from there? Is that really what happened?
No, I'm sick of a government so profoundly unworthy of a great nation and a great people. We're the
ones that put this government in place. We've done this to ourselves, haven't we?
I know. As the man said, the great thing about a republic is that the people get the government they deserve. And I can point to you about the problem of partisan primaries and a lot of structural problems that lead us to the bad place. But, you're right. We have just like the Californians, we have no one to blame but ourselves, really.
What's wrong? What is wrong with Alaska's election system? You write about that today. I thought it was working pretty well.
I like Alaska's election system. I mean, I don't like ranked choice voting for the general, but I definitely like everybody gets in the pool for the primary. They have a if we can get more and more states to move toward nonpartisan primaries, that would be super cool. I would be for that. Let everybody get in the pool. How many Republican parties are there in West Virginia? Like 3 or 4. There's no Democratic Party in West Virginia, but there's like 3 or 4 Republican parties in West Virginia. And being able to have multiple candidates running in the primary, I think has merit to it.
We need a runoff,
Alaska.
We don't have a runoff here.
Well,
That's
the
a
general
problem.
is the runoff. The general is the runoff, basically, right? Everybody goes in the primary, and then the general is the runoff. But
You take the top two, the top five. What do you take?
California is the top two. You could do the top four. You could do the top three. Pick a number that you think works for you. But I think we have to do something to change the inputs in the primaries, because the country is increasingly held hostage by 7% of the electorate. And that's, as you've heard me say many times before, that is democratic, but it's sure not representative. We have a government that is democratically chosen, but not representative of the people.
What's coming up on Sunday?
Oh man, I don't know. I better calm down. I guess that's what's coming up on Sunday. In order to keep my reputation as a happy pundit, I better cheer up. We do have a good panel. We are going to talk about the debt. There will be if you enjoyed this, you can get it with visual aids on the big board on Sunday. So you'll enjoy that. And I hope you will. I hope you'll stop by.
I'm curious, very quickly, are you going to talk about, because I'm writing on this for Monday, we talk about the $40 trillion debt. We're not even talking about the $85 trillion we've committed in pro forma spending moving forward that we can't pay for. You guys going to jump into that?
The zombie spending? No, I'll save that for next week to keep people cheerful as they head into Labor Day.
Okay.
Football season's here, Chris. At least you got that going for you.
What WVU is going to finish where?
Oh, I don't know. I said 8 wins. Somebody asked me the other day, over under 7 wins. I said they'd get 8. I think that's doable.
Okay, well.
Stretch for 9 or 10?
I don't know. There's a stretch for 9 or 10. All right, I think it's 4, but whatever. We'll see.
Jeez.
I think it's going to be rough running out there. But maybe I'm just in a very
WVU.
pessimistic mood today.
He's Chris Stirewalt. Check him out on Sunday morning. You can read his work at the Hill News Nation, host of the Hill Sunday on News Nation.
Dark,
Chris,
fellas. It's dark.
Always appreciate it, buddy. Have a good one. We're back in a moment. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
They say you can't take the lottery with you. But now, you can play anywhere, anytime with iPlay, the West Virginia Lottery's official app. From Cooper's Rock to the Greenbrier River, from the bleachers to your living room, iPlay goes where you do. Safe, simple, and always West Virginia proud. Play anywhere, anytime. Download iPlay today. iPlay, the fun, secure way to play, wherever life takes you. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon this Thursday and Friday, raising money to support the incredible care provided by WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. From life-saving treatments to the little comforts that help make a child's stay a little easier. Your donation helps keep those programs going. Now, you can text the word WVU Kids to 34984 for a link to donate via credit or debit, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Venmo. It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon supporting WVU Medicine Golisano Children's this Thursday and Friday.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Football season begins right here on Metro News Television. Join us Thursday, August 27th for the 2026 WVSSAC kickoff game. Presented by the Army National Guard. The Cameron Dragons battle the Clay Battelle Seabees live from Blacksville. Don't miss the first kickoff of the new season. The 2026 WVSSAC kickoff game. Thursday, August 27th at 7 p.m. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. Powered by GoMart. Only on Metro News Television.
On the next State of Minds,
I was in liver failure, and I was told I needed to quit drinking or I was going to die, and that was at 36. When he invited me to church, all the hair on my arms, my chest, my back, it all stood up. You're taught to love, you're taught to forgive, and there's a reason for that. It lets you be healthy and lets you move forward with a vision for your life that's not defined by what happened to you.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. Thank you for 23 years, Dan Cabba, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably Mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
A lot of patients come here without much hope, and I think we can give them hope.
We offer a full spectrum of interventions suitable for every kind of person that walks through our door. We do absolutely everything we can to help you achieve your family building goals.
MetroNews High School Sports Line returns next Wednesday. Fred Persinger, Dave Jekyll, and Joe Bricado will talk to coaches and athletes from around the state to discuss the top storylines and matchups for the week. MetroNews High School Sports Line, Wednesday, 7:06 to 9 on many of these same MetroNews radio stations and on the MetroNews TV app. Everybody feeling good? Feeling positive? Headed into the weekend? Oh, boy. Stirewalt, he was wound up this morning. That's about as sour as we've heard him in a while.
Well, it does no good to sweep it under the rug. He's right. We worry about everything else. I'm telling you, this is what it is going to be. This is going to be a defining moment for the United States. We either get this right or we become England. What happened to all of England's power when economically it started to wither? And then post WW2 and everything. It's largely irrelevant. Largely irrelevant. Rome is burning, and we just sit here spending like drunken sailors, and we have a $40 trillion debt, and we're doing nothing to improve the outcome. You look ahead, we have an $85 trillion unfunded liability in pro forma spending. $85 trillion. What the heck?
And we have been, here's part of the problem. Lawmakers, politicians have been telling us about this my entire lifetime. Back when it was a $5 trillion debt. They did nothing about it then. They have done nothing about it since. They've only increased it and spent more. An average everyday voter sitting around, again, that's got to go to work, got to get the kids to soccer practice. Do you think they have any faith that any politician is going to do anything about the debt? They haven't done it for our entire lifetime. No. But they campaign. They'll tell us they're worried about the debt and we got to cut spending, but here we are. It's now $40 trillion. Nobody's cut the debt. No. Nobody's cut spending.
Not a big fan of parties, as you know, but I think I would be willing to join the cut the debt party. Kind of like that guy in New York City had the rent is too darn high party. That's all he cared about and ran on for mayor. I mean, seriously, at this point, because and it's going to be painful. It's going to involve a cut in services. It's going to involve an increase in taxes. No one is going to like it. Everybody is going to feel like they got screwed. But if you don't do it, the consequences will be far worse, my friends. I promise you that. You want to see our way of life crumble? Forget a war. Forget about somebody attacking us. The reserve currency of the world is not the U.S. dollar. It's over. It's over.
It's not that I disagree with you, because I don't. But good luck running on that platform. I'm going to cut your services and I'm going to raise your taxes. Good luck getting elected on that platform.
Maybe the only honest guy in Washington, but it's the truth.
He won't be in Washington, nor will she be in Washington if she's running on that platform.
I'd vote for him, but I'm a weirdo. We all know that.
All right. We're done. That's all. Well, we're not going anywhere, but we're going to turn the show over to you. Steam release is coming up. It's your chance to vent, get it all off your chest, and you're going to feel better going into the weekend. Now, we're not going to give you like 13 minutes like we did Stirewalt to steam, but we will give you plenty of time to vent, and you know what? You'll be a better person because of it. 800-765-TALK is the phone number, 800-765-8255. If you want to give us a call, you can text your Steam to 304-TALK-304. It's Steam Release. It's all about you. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 11:30. Let's get a news update from the Metro News Anchor Desk. Find out what's happening all across the great state of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Solango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Meteorologist Joey Inslee here with your latest forecast on a Friday. All the heavy rain, excessive rain, flooding and flash flooding impacted northern areas in the northern panhandle yesterday. Up in Wheeling, you got 2.35 inches of rain officially yesterday, enough for a daily record. Now here in the short term today, tonight, and tomorrow, timing another cold front on Saturday too. Some southeastern areas of the state will be favored for potentially the locally higher amounts of rain. Find your spot on the map for today. Southeastern areas of the state, there's a marginal risk for some local excessive rain, so local flash flood potential today. In the eastern panhandle, you have the marginal risk that's Saturday night. Also, some slight chances of general thunderstorms today. Ahead of our cold front coming in from the northwest, marginal risk of isolated severe storm potential on Saturday into Saturday night, and then we'll have a little bit of a stretch, it looks like, of some drier weather after that. Again, still tapping into some moisture here. Be mindful of some slight chances of showers and storms. Fly Over forecast, it starts at home. Tampa, 94 today. Chicago, 81. Chicago, risk of some scattered severe weather out there today. So in northern areas, be weather aware after the recent very heavy rain. Keep eyes on any potential lingering flooded areas and any streams or rivers nearby too. Near 80 to 82, you're likely dry today. Panhandle spots to the east, near 80, some 70s in the high elevations. Chances of showers and storms. Near the foothills, mountains, southeastern third of the state generally will have the best chance of some showers and storms for today. Charleston, 85, likely dry. Some areas of dense fog too. Dense fog advisories, northern areas of the state. Slight chance of a storm in Charleston tonight, likely Saturday night, then dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In the long-term middle of next week, some slight chances of showers and storms, highs around 80.
This is Ben Solango with Solango Law. Solango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Solango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Solango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at solangolaw.com.
On the next State of Minds.
I was in liver failure, and I was told I needed to quit drinking or I was going to die, and that was at 36. When he invited me to church, all the hair on my arms, my chest, my back, it all stood up. You're taught to love, you're taught to forgive, and there's a reason for that. It lets you be healthy and lets you move forward with a vision for your life that's not defined by what happened to you.
The WVU Medicine Outpatient Rehabilitation Center at University Town Center offers state-of-the-art physical, occupational, and speech therapy services. We provide focused outpatient care for illnesses, injury, or disability to improve your quality of life and independence. Trust the experts at WVU Medicine to handle your outpatient rehab treatment. Visit wvumedicine.org/outpatient rehab or call 855-WVU-CARE. Let's go.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
All week long, you've had to listen to the two of us pontificate on the topics of the day. Maybe it's the debt. Maybe it's the IndyCar race in D.C. Maybe it's Flock. Who knows what's got you itching this morning, but you don't want to carry that weight on your shoulders into the weekend. So we offer this public service to you. A steam release, a chance to vent, get it all off your chest as you head into the weekend. Multiple ways to release your steam. There's the old-fashioned way, and particularly our favorite. Give us a call, 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255, and you can release your steam. You can do it the 21st century way. That is the text message. Send that to 304-TALK 304, 304-825-5304, and you can release your steam. Both are effective. Both will make you feel a little bit better as you head into the weekend. 800-765-TALK, 304-TALK 304. Just a couple of guidelines to keep in mind. Try to keep them tight so we get through as many steams as we possibly can. We'd appreciate it if you not get us sued or fired. Would really appreciate that. And, of course, you can steam about host, current, past, and future, and we may not respond. Those are the guidelines. Those are the numbers. Let's get to it. 800-765-TALK and 304-TALK 304. Let's start with Jim in Maysville. Hey, Jim, what's your steam?
My steam is the pharmaceutical lobby that charges 3 times for the same drug that you can get over the counter in Mexico or other countries, and it's corrupt. I told a girl, if you want to choose an occupation to frustrate people, just compose the type of menus, scheduling menus, that they say they'll call you back at 1 o'clock, 5 minutes till quitting time. They'll leave a message and then not answer the phone. I told her, if you're going to act like that or talk out of the side of your mouth like a ventriloquist, you can go to health care.
Jim, appreciate it. Have a good weekend, buddy. Let's go to Scott in Morgantown. Hey, Scott, what's your steam?
My steam's with Stirewalt. I completely disagree with him. He's talking about things are so bad. They're great. And I know this because our president's told us they're great, that there's no problems. You know, the president, the smartest one that we've ever had, the one president that quoted just a couple weeks ago that he's done more about Iran in the last 40 years than any other president. And he's correct. He's correct. So Stirewalt needs to take a chill pill because the president told us that everything's good.
Scott, have a good weekend. Appreciate the steam. 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. You can text your steam to 304-TALK 304. Stay in Morgantown. Let's go to Jim. Hey, Jim.
Fellas, I think there's a problem in this country. You have to be some sort of stupid to bang your chest and say that you're a Democrat or a Republican. In the grand scheme of everything, we're all Americans. And all you're doing by picking a side is allowing that side to dictate how you think, how to waste our money. They don't represent anyone at all. So how we win is everybody just needs to go and get rid of their affiliation, become an independent, actually use your brain, do some research, and stop letting these people dictate how you think. And one last thing, the media is a part of this as well. I know that Trump's an idiot, and I don't agree with most of the stuff that he says or how he does things. However, for 4 years, we had a brain-dead president, and not 1% of the time that you've all spent bashing Trump did this radio station spend talking about how he had mental decline and how much money they were wasting. Please make it fair.
Jim, appreciate the steam. Have a good weekend. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. Text your steam to 304-TALK 304, which many of you have. So let's get some text steams in, TJ.
Here we go. Republican town halls in 2026, 39. Democratic town halls in 2026, 451. I wonder why. Will West Virginia be the last state to wake up, or will we ever? Trump is underwater in Kentucky now and all battleground states. Why are the only remaining Trump-positive states the ones where no one lives, asks the texter. Speaking of workforce engagement, in my job, I'm in about 250 houses a month. And multiple times a day, no matter what time of the day, I will see young men in bed. But the ladies are out working multiple jobs. So where are we messing up, asks that texter. So people don't want to work in West Virginia? When it's more advantageous to work than not to work, that will have an impact. I'm a 72-year-old, lifelong West Virginia resident. I started paying Social Security at 13 years old, and I'm still employed, part-time. 304-TALK-304. Gentlemen, a good starting point is to pull back incentives for not working. Wow, West Virginia is declining and going backwards? Who knew that electing self-serving Republicans who don't care about poor and middle-class people and only around culture war BS would not help grow the state? Republicans lied that tax cuts for wealthy, repealing prevailing wage, weakening unions, and undermining the right to jury trial would create jobs and growth. Will TJ and Dave keep lying about this too? Bet on it, says the texter. 304-TALK-304 is the telephone number. Data centers should use a portable nuclear generator for power and liquid nitrogen for cooling, thus possibly adding to the grid and using less water, maybe, according to this texter. My neighbor is a retired Navy lieutenant. The things that Chris Stirewalt talked about with the Navy ship is completely made up. Steam release, given the talk of the problems with the Uniparty, you guys should have that dashing libertarian guy back on.
I wonder where that came from.
Have to do a little investigating there. People who think the Republicans will lose in the midterms have the belief that the American voter is rational. I'm not sold on the American voter being rational. Example, Trump's second presidency never would have happened with a rational voting public.
800-765-TALK is the phone number, 800-765-8255. You can always text 304-TALK-304. That's the two ways to release your steam. We've got a couple of calls to get to. Donnie and Bill, hang tight. You're up first on the other side of the break. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
In West Virginia, community is everything. It's about showing up for each other. Vin Salango and the team at Salango Law don't just work here, they live here, proudly sponsoring local events and giving back to the neighborhoods they love. So when you're facing a serious injury, trust the local team that's always in your corner. They spent over 25 years fighting for West Virginia families. Salango Law. Get results, not excuses. Visit us at salangolaw.com.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
It's good to have options for your family or employees. Rooted in your community since 1979, the health plan is your trusted partner. Get flexible coverage, exceptional support, and competitive rates.
The health plan, we are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
At Daniel's Men's Store, exceptional style begins with a curated selection and finishes with a flawless fit. When it's time to buy a suit, Daniel's is here to make sure yours is one of a kind. Discover tailored suits you'll only find in-store at Daniel's.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
I think many people have a misconception that all that we do is infertility care, and that's not the case. Reproductive health matters whether or not you're trying to conceive. So we can be dealing with endometriosis, ovulation dysfunction, PCOS. You're getting linked up with all the specialties that you need to optimize your care. And being an advocate for your reproductive health is important. The most rewarding times that I have is when I'm empowering people to take control of their health.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. We've discounted over 100 pre-owned vehicles this month, most of which are local one-owner trades. great deals on all our Toyota trucks, and with over 90 in stock, now is the time to get yours. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for all the support over 23 years. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
CityNet is West Virginia's local internet provider. High-speed, reliable fiber internet is probably right at your front door. Now is the perfect time to connect. Local customer support you can trust, perfect for working from home, streaming, gaming, or running your business. Fast, reliable fiber internet built for everyday life. When it's high-speed internet you need, CityNet.net connects, protects, and perfects. 800-765-TALK, the phone number, 304-TALK, 304, the text line. More steam release. Let's go to Tucker County and Donnie. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Dave. How you doing today?
Great, Donnie. What's your steam?
Well, I'm not sure if you're used to a rock and roll band. It's called Creed, and they sang a song. It's called One. It goes, 1, oh, 1, the only way is one. We may rise and fall, but in the end, we'll meet our fate together. Now, if these politicians don't get their head out of their sphincters, we're all going to meet that fate. We've got our sailors jumping off of an aircraft carrier while the politicians are just running around in circles in a little race car in Washington, D.C., and I would like for you to tell TJ to call them and make sure they know how to do the zipper maneuver, or the zipper merge.
Will do, Donnie. Thank you. Appreciate it. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Bill in the Northern Outpost. Hey, Bill.
Hey, up here in Amish country. Hey, Dave. Tell Stirewalt I feel his pain confined inside the Beltway with 200-mile-an-hour gasoline-powered race cars running all over the place, and I just have to deal with these 5-mile-an-hour buggies up here. I can manage that. Hey, TJ, this is where I kind of like you, okay? But it's not wholehearted. I'm not all in yet, TJ. Okay, you had Mr. McKinley on this morning about the workforce participation rate. And you keep barking about the $40 trillion debt we got to pay, okay? And we don't have enough people paying in taxes to try to pay down this debt. So last week, Dave, I don't know who scheduled the interviews here. You got the Supreme Court justice on, says, we don't have enough lawyers. She said that openly that there's not enough lawyers for all the cases we got to go. And then she said, we got more lawyers in the Capitol now than that we need because they can't practice in law. So the workforce participation rate for lawyers must be bad, especially inside the Beltway where they race cars. See, that's why I like you, TJ, but kinda.
Bill, thank you. Have a good one, Bill. Appreciate the steam. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Just cleared a couple of lines if you want to call. Text 304-TALK, 304. Junior in Fish Creek. Hey, Junior.
Morning, TJ. How you doing down there in the big city?
Living it up.
I tell you what, that crick is angry. Angry, I say. I've never seen so much rain. My garden's flooded. It's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna come back from this one. It was muddy, raging Fish Creek, ugly. You could want whitewater rafting on it. That ain't the reason I called, though. I'm worried about Howie Monroe. I ain't seen no pictures of food posted on his Facebook page since he's been gone. I'm really worried. TJ, you got to reach out to him. And plus, we need you, Willie. Come on up here, boy. Have a good one.
Junior, appreciate it. Have a good weekend. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Greg and Ona. Hey, Greg.
I'm shocked at the amount of calls that have come in today saying that the government's not been doing us good lately. I mean, we're getting a new ballroom. We're getting a helicopter pad. We're getting, the Kennedy Center's going to have its name changed. There's all these great things that are happening. We've added $3.7 trillion to the debt since the great Donald Trump took office. That's the most in that short of a period of time in any presidency. I mean, between him and Carol Miller, I don't know how people can complain. We've gotten so much done for West Virginia and for our country. Yay! Keep voting for whatever the crap you want. Thanks.
You're welcome, Greg. Have a great weekend. Dale, you're up. What's your steam?
Oh, what a day. Hey, DJ, another guy. It's Dale Lee. Catch me on a flock camera this weekend as I speed through the district in my IndyCar debut. And DJ, Christmas is coming early to Virginia Street. I made arrangements for a live U.S. debt clock to be installed in the studio to bring you peace and comfort. Anything for a fellow Swiftie. See you at karaoke next week.
304 Talk karaoke. That one got me. 800-765-TALKS, the phone number. 304-TALK, 304 is the text line. Jackpots are growing in West Virginia. Jackpots are on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 5 chances a week to get in on life-changing jackpots. Play in-store and online. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Powerball jackpot is $68 million. Mega Millions jackpot's $113 million, so go ahead. Play today. Ton of text to get to. We'll get through as many of those as we can. More time for your calls as well. 800-765-TALKS, the phone number. 304-TALK, 304, the text line. This is Talkline. It's Steam Release from the Encova Insurance Studios. Back in a moment.
They say you can't take the lottery with you. But now you can play anywhere, anytime with iPlay, the West Virginia Lottery's official app. From Cooper's Rock to the Greenbrier River, from the bleachers to your living room, iPlay goes where you do. Safe, simple, and always West Virginia proud. Play anywhere, anytime. Download iPlay today. iPlay, the fun, secure way to play, wherever life takes you. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon this Thursday and Friday, raising money to support the incredible care provided by WVU Medicine Golisano Children's. From life-saving treatments to the little comforts that help make a child's stay a little easier. Your donation helps keep those programs going. Now, you can text the word WVU Kids to 34984 for a link to donate via credit or debit, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Venmo. It's the WVRC Media Cares for Kids Radiothon supporting WVU Medicine Golisano Children's this Thursday and Friday.
Feeling under the weather but don't want to leave home? With WVU Medicine Virtual Urgent Care, you can connect with a provider in minutes, right from your phone, tablet, or computer. From cold and flu symptoms to minor injuries and more. Expert care is just a click away. No waiting room, no commute. Available when you need it most, including evenings and weekends. Skip the trip and feel better faster. Visit wvumedicine.org/virtualuc.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
It's our 23rd anniversary, and to celebrate, we're having a huge anniversary sale all month long on all Toyota trucks and pre-owned vehicles. Thank you for 23 years, Dan Caba, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably Mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
A lot of patients come here without much hope, and I think we can give them hope.
We offer a full spectrum of interventions suitable for every kind of person that walks through our door. We do absolutely everything we can to help you achieve your family building goals.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Touchdown! Football season begins right here on Metro News.
Last call for phone calls, last call for text as we ride into the weekend. 800-765-TALK. That's the phone number. Text line is 304-TALK-304. Let's get another call in. Matt in Parkersburg. Hey, Matt, what's your steam?
I just wondered if anybody knew why Trump didn't ride in one of the two-seater Grand Prix cars or Indy cars. He won't fit. And then they'll probably have flock cameras watching. Just curious. Thanks.
Matt, appreciate the phone call. 800-765-TALK, 304-TALK-304. A lot of text steams. Let's get through them.
Happy 40 trillion in debt day. Trump is not the only one to blame for this. It's been a long line of thieves. There have been many people who have tried to get this under control, but none as much as Elon Musk. What happened? People want their free handouts and government jobs. We are well on our way to Zimbabwe territory. A steam release, Dave. Senator Shelley Moore Capito has better things to do than sit around and worry about the national debt as she fecklessly approves all the debt-increasing budget requests that the administration has asked for. As Chris basically just said, do your job. Hey, guys, I guess Mr. Stirewalt was satisfied with the Biden auto pen administration who let 300,000 illegals into the country, who covered up years of corruption and left a self-serving, pocket-lining zombie who pardoned his entire family for the criminal acts they committed during his time in office. Typical Democrat. My number is closer to Chris's. I think we'll have 6 wins. I don't think Rodriguez is a good coach, but I hope he proves me wrong. Stirewalt predicting a 4-win season before it's begun is a lot like him calling Arizona for Biden while people were still voting. Vegas has the line at 5.5 on wins-losses for WVU this year. Better bet under, says the texter. 304-TALK-304. I'm steamed that the liberal media is obsessed about the GOP's primary. One need only look at Alaska's primary, where the liberals are running a school teacher disguised as a conservative with the same name as the legitimate conservative candidate. The Democrats are showing us their goal is allowing communists and DSA candidates to take over their party. Just heard TJ say he likes listening and hearing the First Lady speak. Did he listen to what she said? A lot of this money from the race will go to foster children and their programs, which is what Pushkin talks about every time he's on the radio. Steam release, any chance at all that the last 5 to 10,000 needy kids will get their clothing allowance this year? Status of this, blaming the victim? If these available jobs by small businesses do not pay a living wage, why are we blaming the victim? Dave and TJ, we've tried tax increases for years. Let's try cutting services. I'm okay with that. I would even gladly give up my Social Security and go back to work if the government would set my children free of that burden. The problem with our culture today is connection. Study the campaign of Mayor, I can't see what that is, NYC. Everyone wears a name tag, builds accountability. Don't claim the frozen yogurt is fat-free when it isn't, says the texter. Can you say austerity measures? I understand cuts, and I would be okay with it, but when you see the government waste money on reflecting pools, gilding statues, using military helicopters for their kids, karate, making more money for themselves, and now victory laps, why should I cut my consumption budget? Be cold during the winter, etc. I don't mean taking food from the kids in school. The small amount is nothing compared to the gas and energy being spent this weekend in D.C. Bring on the tariffs, stop the fraud. Sounds to me like someone is trying to lower the debt. 304-TALK-304. I wonder if Amish buggies know how to zipper merge. Donnie needs to call in more often and sing. The workforce just isn't there. Example, our trash company never picks up on the correct day, and they miss the recycle bins. Could it be no workers doing the jobs up to standards, lack of pride in the work done? Could it be the upbringing that everyone got rewarded, no matter how poor their performance actually was?
Danny and Beckley, you've got about 20 seconds. Go.
All right, I hear everybody talking about these flock cameras, which I don't have an issue with personally, but
I think of all the people, including myself, that has all these cameras around their homes. I can tell if you're on my property before you even get on my property. And I think it's an asset instead of going the other way. To me, it's more protection.
Danny, appreciate the phone call. You, sir, will get the final word of steam release. Follow the news of the day over at our website, wvmetronews.com. Don't forget, high school football kicks off next week. Fred and Dave back with Metro News High School Game Night next Friday night. We'll talk to you Monday at 10:06. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.